My name is Bethany. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Adeline.
Adeline. Is that the name that you prefer to go by?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So how was the drive in today?
It was really good. Yeah, there was no traffic.
No traffic. That's always a blessing. So during this session, I'm going to take a few notes, and I'm going to ask you a few questions, and somewhere in between, we're going to have a think break. That's going to just be for you to think about everything that you've told me so far, and you can think about what you have said as well. Also, I just want to let you know that everything that you tell me during this session stays between you and me, unless any harm may come to you or any other person. Okay, so why don't we just go right into it?
Okay. Yeah, I guess the biggest reason that I came here today, what I wanted to talk about was my dad was recently diagnosed with cancer, so that's been a big thing that's going on in my family and I's life.
Yeah, that sounds hard. So how has it been affecting you so far?
It's been really hard, honestly, just to think that he might not be with our family for much longer. It's been scary. I've been really worried for him and for my mom and really for everyone in my family. So it's been making it hard to focus at work, and for my kids, that's also been a big thing because it's their grandpa, you know, so they don't really know yet. They know that something's going on involving grandpa, but they're not exactly sure what.
Yeah, so you told me that basically your dad has cancer and it's really hard on your whole family, and you're worried about everyone, especially him, because you are scared to lose him. And sometimes you said that you lose focus at work because you're thinking about this.
Yeah, it's been really hard to focus, and my boss actually talked to me about my focus on Tuesday, because I am a medical worker, so me being focused at work is really a priority, and I understand why my boss talked to me. Like, my supervisor just wants to make sure that everybody's doing their job well for the safety of our patients, but I had to explain the situation, and that was the first time that I'd really talked about it to anyone outside of the family, so that was a hard conversation to have. It was very stressful, so yeah, it's definitely taken a toll on my work, I would say.
Yeah, I bet it does, because that's a lot to deal with. So, how has this been affecting relationships?
Well, with my husband, it's been okay with us. He understands that I need some time to process this, and he gets that. I guess it has been a little bit hard on our communication, just because I'm still processing all of these emotions. You know, my dad was he is such a big part of my life, and with my kids' lives and my mom, so just a lot of big feelings that I'm trying to work through, and I don't really want anyone to see yet, including my husband. So I guess our communication has been a little flawed, a little rocky lately, and with my kids, I know that I have to tell them soon, because the doctor said that he doesn't have much time left. So I've been a little bit snappy with them just because I've been on edge, I guess. But yeah, it's just because I'm stressed.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in, and it's understandable that you would be a little agitated with your kids sometimes and just stressed about the whole thing. So you said that your kids don't know, but you're trying to figure out. You're gonna have to tell them soon. Um, have you come up with any ways to tell them?
Yeah, I've been thinking through a few different options. The main way that I'm thinking of telling them, my first choice would probably be, to sit down, tell them that we have to have a serious conversation, probably go to the dining room table with them, either by myself or my husband will probably be there, just to have some backup in case I get emotional. And either he would tell them that their grandpa is really sick, explain what cancer is to them because they're still pretty young. I don't think they know what it is yet. So yeah, probably sit them down at the dining room table, tell them that we don't have that long left with grandpa, and tell them that whatever's gonna happen, we're gonna go through it as a family.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So you told me that basically it's been affecting you because it's been affecting you at work and you haven't told your kids so far, but you come up with a plan that you could probably tell them over you could tell them by seeking support by your husband and just sitting them down and explaining what's going on. That's so. What do you want to see in this session?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I wanted from the session was just to figure out a way to tell my kids, because that's been one of the big things on my mind, and also how to tell, like my family's still kind of figuring out when to tell the public, like make an announcement, to the rest of our friends, because I haven't really told anyone, or my mom, she hasn't really told anyone either. So we're just kind of trying to figure out if we should tell people or just kind of wait, because this is a pretty fast working thing. So I don't know. I personally would like to keep it private if it's possible, but I know my mom has some different thoughts about it, and my dad does as well. So I'm just wondering where I should stand on, like, how much of a stance I should take on that decision.
So you want to figure out if you should tell somebody, or and if you do, how to tell. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would say is a big issue, because it is my dad, and it's his decision really. So I guess I should probably leave it up to him, but as far as how many people I should tell, I don't know where to stand on that.
Yeah. So you told me that you're stressed about finding out a way to tell people about your father's situation. So I'm gonna ask you kind of a different question, and you might need your imagination for it. Is that good?
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
So let's say that you leave the session today and go home and sleep, and throughout when you're sleeping, a miracle happens, and this miracle is that you're able to somehow tell people about the situation, and you're not stressed about it. So when you wake up, what would you see that's different?
If I woke up and you said if I woke up and people knew.
Yeah, and what do you think you were able to say to figure that, to be able to convey that to them?
I think that I would have told people that my dad is going through cancer right now, and that it's something my family and I have been thinking a lot and praying a lot about. I think that it would probably take a lot of stress off of me and my family. My dad has left it up to my mom and I to decide who we tell, so that's kind of up to us. That's our decision. I've just been really hesitant to share that with people.
Okay. So, what else would be different? Like,
Other than the not being stressed,
yeah. Anything else?
I think I would be more open to talking with my husband. Now that more people knew, more of my friends, like my close personal friends knew, I think I could talk to them more, which would make it easier to talk to my husband about it, easier to process my emotions.
Okay. So, has there been any time that you were able to tell people outside your family about a situation, any situation that has been hard on you?
Yeah, definitely. For example, when my grandmother passed away a couple years ago, that was a really hard thing that I went through as well in my family, and I was struggling to talk about it for a while because I didn't want to show that emotion to people. I hadn't really dealt with it myself personally, completely, because I had kept it all inside. But one of my close friends, who I'm thinking about talking to now, she let me open up to her. Let me vent, get everything off my chest, and that was really like a big act of kindness from her, and definitely helped. And that honestly would be one of the reasons why I wouldn't be as scared to tell people now, looking back on that experience.
Yeah. So basically, through this session, you told me that you found out that your dad has cancer and he doesn't have much time left, and basically, your mother and you were left with like the decisions and having to tell everybody outside your family about your dad's situation, and you're trying to figure out ways to tell everyone without it stressing you out so much.
Exactly.
And you also told me that you were able to tell one of your close friends from before, when in a previous situation your grandmother passed away, and that helped a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna just take a think break, and I'm just gonna think about everything that you told me, and you could think about everything you told me as well.
Okay, sounds good.
So, you told me that that your dad has cancer, and it's just a lot going on for you. It's been very stressful for you, and I think that you're a very strong person to be able to deal with all of this. And you're welcome. And basically, you told me that last time when your grandmother passed away, you were able to talk to your friend about this, and you also told me earlier on about how you're able to talk to your husband, and you're thinking to seek help from him. So, based off of everything that you have told me, you could try probably talking to that friend and your husband to seek support from them, and ways to tell your community about your dad's situation. So does that sound like a good idea?
Yeah, I think that would definitely help a lot. I think that talking to my husband would honestly probably be a good idea. Just because we've been a little distant lately, I think he needs to know that I trust him with this.
Yeah.
And my friend as well.
ask one more kind of different question.
Okay.
So, 1 to 10, how confident are you in being able to at least tell your husband and your best friend?
I'd say a good 8. I trust them. I'm not looking forward to it, I guess.
Okay. So, just to more explain, what does an 8 mean to you?
8. I think I'll be able to tell them. I think they'll definitely be understanding. I just worry with all the emotions what will come up. So that's a little bit unexpected. So that's why I would hesitate to say 9 or 10.
Yeah. That sounds very valid. So, okay. So that sounds like a plan, and I see that you have said that you're gonna come back in on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Is that still good for you?
Yeah, that works great.
Okay. So, thank you for coming.